Hello dear students, how are you? Hope you are fine and same is the case with your host and teacher Muhammad Saq, PGT English. Today I have come here with a new topic that is actually about the literary devices used in the lesson, that is Lord's Supreme, about which I have shared a video lecture with you. Okay, in my previous video I just gave the sum up and theme of the lesson and some episodes from that that are presented by the narrator there, or the writer we can say. Okay dear students, so let us discuss today the literary devices or figures of speech in the lesson that is Lord's Supreme. The very first device that we can see here, that we can notice there, is what we read as hyperbole. The spell is Hyperbole. Don't misread it as hyperbole. No, it is hyperbole. It is transcription is given here. It is visible to you. Hyperbole. What does it mean? See, my dear, it actually means exaggeration of some situation, of something, of some idea. When we wish to present any idea or any event or any person, we may say in such a way that we elevate him by our words, by our expressions, but actually in reality he is not like so what we are saying about him. That is called exaggeration. तो हम हिंदी में यूँ समझ सकते हैं कि जब हम किसी के मतलब इतना कुछ बोलते हैं कि हम उसको बड़ा चढ़ा कर पेश करने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो या हम आम लफ्जों में कहते हैं कि हम मसाला लगाते हैं ज़्यादा ही कुछ, तो इसको कहते हैं exaggeration. इसको कहते हैं exaggeration. Okay, that is called here hyperbole. सपोज हमें किसी की गुर्बत पे बात करनी हो, कोई पुअर है, तो हम इसको इस तरह से पेश करेंगे, कोई ऐसी एक्सप्रेशन उसके साथ जोड़ देंगे कि उसकी गुर्बत थोड़ा एग्जैजरेट हो जाए, ज्यादा ही उसको बढ़ावा मिले, ज्यादा ही हाईलाइट हो जाए. ओके डियर, सो आई हैव picked up here some examples of this hyperbole that are usually in the lesson Lord's Supreme by Elysian. Okay dear, one expression is there, or we can say it is a sentence: garbage to them is gold. See, my dear students, you might be aware, the children who are wandering in the streets of that very Simapuri area, they pick the rags from the heaps of garbage. So it has some economic value for them, little bit no doubt, but to exaggerate we say this garbage to them is gold. इसको कहते हैं exaggeration. यही कचरा, यही मलबा उनके लिए सोने की हैसियत रखता है, because they don't have any other source. They are so poor, they are so helpless that they treat it just like gold. Okay dear, first example. Next example is, her words are razors to my wounded heart. थोड़ा इमोशनल है स्टेटमेंट, यानी हम कह सकते हैं कि उसके अल्फाज, उसके शब्द मेरे जख्मी दिल के लिए एक ब्लेड की हैसियत रखते हैं. यानी मेरा दिल जो है, मेरा my heart is already wounded, now by her words it gets more wounded and more, and her words are here just like razors for me. यानी they add to my pain, this is exaggeration. Okay, otherwise words can't be razors, but this is exaggeration here. Okay, that we call hyperbole. Next is, oceans of tears roll down her cheeks. Oceans of tears roll down her cheeks. Okay dear, what does it mean? उसकी आंखों से आंसू के समंदर बहे. It is not real that she will flow down from somebody's eyes, but it is exaggeration. हम कह सकते हैं कि उसने आंसू के समंदर बहा दिए अपनी आंखों से. तो this is exaggeration of somebody's weeping. Somebody's weeping when anybody is weeping seriously, especially at the time of death, at the time of loss of any relative, any close associate friend. So he weeps at that time with full emotions, and we say oceans of tears roll down her cheeks. उसके चेहरे से आंसू के समंदर बह रहे. Okay, next example is, his hard work can convert even a desert into a paddy field. Okay dear, you must be here attentive. तो मैं कह रहा हूँ, I am saying you that his words can convert even a desert into a paddy field. We are actually इसका मतलब जो है स्टेटमेंट का, दैट इज है कि वो इतना मेहनत करने वाला बंदा है, वो इतनी मेहनत करता है, हार्ड वर्क करता है कि अगर वो चाहे तो एक सहरा को, एक डेजर्ट को भी धान वाली खेत में जिसमें फसल बनता है या कोई भी है मतलब क्रॉप बनता है उसमें तब्दील कर सकता है। वो इतना मतलब मेहनती है। तो हम हैं उसकी मेहनत को, उसकी हार्डवर्क को एग्जैजरेट कर रहे हैं, बड़ा चढ़ा कर पेश कर रहे हैं। दीज आर द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ एग्जैजरेशन। यू कैन टेक मोर एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ योर ओन फ्रॉम योर ओन सराउंडिंग्स एंड यू कैन क्रिएट सम मोर एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ योर ओन। एंड let us now go to next what we say poetic device or figure of speech, that is metaphor. Okay dear, wait for 2 minutes just. Okay dear students, let us now understand metaphor. It is not metaphor, it is metaphor. Okay, it is a literary device used to compare two what we say different objects that are dissimilar objects, but without using like or as in case of simile. You know, simile में हम like या as का इस्तेमाल करते हैं, very rarely than, कभी कभार than का भी इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। But in metaphor we don't use like or as to compare two dissimilar objects. And one more thing we have to remember here is that in this metaphor we compare two dissimilar objects which have at least one characteristic common to them. Okay, so let us understand this literary device with the help of some examples here. Okay dear, you now concentrate here. The example here is, my friend is a sea of knowledge. My friend is a sea of knowledge. मेरा दोस्त जो है वो नॉलेज का यानी इल्म का समंदर है। यानी actually we are here comparing the depth of the knowledge of our friend with the depth of the sea. यानी friend तो समंदर नहीं हो सकता है, but the depth of his knowledge is just like the depth of the sea water. So this is metaphoric comparison between what that is the depth of the knowledge of the person we are referring to and the depth of the sea waters. Okay, now next example is from it is actually a very very famous quote from William Shakespeare's play, that is As You Like It, and I can say it is very opening line, it is very opening verse of that play, where it is said, all the world is a stage, all the world is a stage, and all the men and women are mere players. They have their entrances and they have their exits. Okay dear students, you concentrate. पूरी दुनिया, पूरा संसार, this is like a dramatic stage, and the people living in this world are like the persons, the characters who are working on the dramatic stage. Same is here. तो इन दुनिया में रहने वाले लोगों को कंपेयर किया जाता है ड्रामेटिक प्लेयर्स के साथ, कैरेक्टर्स के साथ, ड्रामाई किरदारों के साथ। उसके बाद जो दुनिया है खुद इसको ड्रामेटिक स्टेज के साथ कंपेयर किया जाता है। तो हियर वी कम टू कंक्लूजन, वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट दिस ड्रामेटिक स्टेज इज वेरी शॉर्ट लेवल, इट इज ब्रीफ, प्रिसाइज, इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू प्रोलॉन्ग। 1 घंटे का, 2 घंटे का, 3 घंटे का शो चल रहा है, खत्म। दिस वर्ल्ड इज लाइक दैट। ये आरजी दुनिया है, रहने वाली नहीं है। और जो इसमें लोग रहने वाले हैं वो भी आरजी है। दे हैव देयर एंट्रेंसेस एंड दे हैव देयर एग्जिट्स, यानी फ्रॉम वन साइड दे एंटर एंड फ्रॉम द अदर साइड दे एग्जिट। You as you watch movies or serials, you see their characters entering from one entrance and exiting from another one. Okay, so this is metaphoric comparison between the dramatic stage and the world, and it makes it clear that this world is very transitory one, and it is, we can say, temporary one that is going to finish sometimes. Okay, now next example is again from Shakespeare's famous play, that is Hamlet. I should quote it here, the name Hamlet, that is known as masterpiece of William Shakespeare, and he at some point एक जगह पे वो बोलता है frailty dilemmas woman. Actually this is the quote or this is the line said by the character Prince Hamlet himself, and he says it about his mother. Actually those who are literature students, they might have gone through this play, Hamlet. Okay, he says frailty dilemmas woman. And what is frailty? Frailty means weakness, kamzori, what do you say, inconsistent, तो जिसके पास स्टीड फास्टनेस नहीं होती है, जो कमजोर होती है, वीक एंड वीक होती है. एंड दिस वुमेन फोक इज कंपेयर्ड हियर विद द फ्रायलिटी, यानी नाम ही दिया जाता है इसको, फ्रायलिटी दाई नेम इज वुमन, यानी जो भी दुनिया में कोई कमजोरी है, कोई भी खामी है, तो उस सब को एट्रीब्यूट किया जाता है वुमेन के साथ यहाँ पे. तो दिस इज द मेटाफोरिक कंपैरिजन ऑफ द इनकॉन्सिस्टेंसी एंड इन वुमेन फोक एंड the inconsistent as a concept in general. Okay, so we should say here it is metaphoric comparison of women with men folk here. Okay, dear students. Okay, my dear students, let us understand simile. Usually सारे स्टूडेंट्स को इजी समझते हैं because like and as, but we can say it has some weight, this simile. And I would like to say here, give you a clue that this simile has relevance with personification. You try to relate it with personification. Okay. So let us understand it's the literary device used to compare two dissimilar objects by using like and as. जैसे कि मेटाफर में हमने पढ़ा कि वहां पर like and as का इस्तेमाल नहीं होता है. So but here it is done, and very rarely we can say than. Than का इस्तेमाल कभी कभी किया जाता है. Okay dear, let us understand this literary device with the help of examples. Examples are mandatory there. Illustrations are always necessary to understand the concept. Robert Burns, very famous poet of English literature, he says, "Oh, my love is like a red, red rose. Oh, my love is like a red, red rose." यानी रॉबर्ट बर्न्स कंपेयर्स हिज लव विद अ रोज, विद अ रेड रोज, यानी इट इज एक्चुअली द ब्यूटी ऑफ हिज बिलव्ड दैट इज हाइलाइटेड हियर, कंपेयर्ड विद द ब्यूटी ऑफ रोज. ओके, वन मोर फेमस राइटर, अगेन विलियम शेक्सपियर, दैट इज इन वन ऑफ हिज प्लेस ही सेज, "As flies are to wanton boys, we are to gods." यानी इंसानों का कंपैरिजन फ्लाइज के साथ किया जाता है. ओके ओके, नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल इज वेरी वेरी फेमस एग्जांपल फ्रॉम लिटरेचर, आई कैन से होल लिटरेचर. इट इज एक्चुअली फ्रॉम राइम ऑफ एंशिएंट मैरिनर बाय सैमुअल टेलर कोलरिज एंड शॉर्टली एस.टी. कोलरिज. ओके, contemporary of William Wordsworth. And in that rhyme of ancient mariner, at one place he says, he writes, "We stuck neither breath nor motion. We stuck neither breath nor motion, like a painted ship upon a painted ocean." Okay dear, so the comparison of the sailors and the ship they are sailing on is what we say done with it is had with a painted ship upon a painted ocean. You know, the situation is highlighted, the situation is presented in such a way that their condition, the condition of sailors as well as the ship looked like the ship of a painting that is painted, and then where the sea is also painted. You know, we were feeling just like in an artificial position. We were not feeling that we are now live anymore. Okay dear student, this was simile. This was similes. There are varied literary devices that we should know. One more literary device is paradox. See my dear, a little bit I will write about it here. Paradox. It is actually a literary device which is used to highlight, which is used to signify such a situation where we see the constituents of the system in an adverse, in a contrasting position. For example, हम इस लॉस्ट सुपरिंग में एक जगह पे पढ़ते हैं कि the people living in Firozabad are making colorful bangles, beautiful bangles. But what is their actual condition? They are not going to be beautiful like the bangles they make उनकी चूड़ियां तो खूबसूरत है, लेकिन जो वो चूड़ियां बनाने वाले लोग हैं, चाहे वो महिला है या मर्द है, मेल है या फीमेल है, उनकी खुद की हालत तो मतलब बदसूरत है, वो मतलब ठीक नहीं है। दिस इज पैराडॉक्सिकल सिचुएशन वेयर अ वर्कर इज वेरी वेरी इन अ wretched condition, but the creation he does is very very marvelous. That is splendid, we can say. So another example of this paradox is the wagers, the coolies working in the carpet factories don't sit on the carpets at the evening when they are in the family. जो कालीन बनाने वाले कारखाने में काम करते हैं मजदूर, वो शाम को घर में अपने उस कालीन पे नहीं बैठते हैं. The construction workers who build high palaces and we say flats, etc. It is not in their destiny to sit for a while in those very what we say palaces or flats or any other restaurants. Okay, dear students, this is paradox. This is called paradox in literature. Okay, I think this is sufficient in this lecture, and in next lecture, inshallah, I shall come with more and more literary devices wherever I trace it during that while going through the text, that is Flamingo and Vistos as well. So you be connected to my YouTube channel, that is Literary Chamber. You go on watching, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you.